Let me be direct with you. Most men think the moment they finish inside her is about them. It's not even close. What's actually happening inside her body and mind in that moment, you have no idea. There are 5 things she's actually feeling the moment you finish inside her. Things she'd only ever admit to another woman until now. And number 1, women describe it as the moment their body made a decision their mind never approved. And the one mistake that turns this into something she wants to forget. Here's what every woman wishes you understood about this moment. It's not about what you just did. It's about what she's feeling while you're doing it and in the seconds right after. That gap is everything. The first thing, and honestly, this is the one that catches women completely off guard. Point number 5, the flood. When her walls collapse without permission. This is the one that most men sprint past without ever knowing it happened. The moment you finish inside her, something in her body opens. Not physically, emotionally. Every wall she's been holding up just drops all at once without her permission. Her body registers one thing before her conscious mind catches up. He chose me for this. And that hits her like a wave she wasn't braced for. This is what women mean when they say they felt completely naked after. And they don't mean their clothes. They mean something behind the ribcage cracked open that they weren't ready for. Every woman who has experienced this says the same thing. It hits before you can stop it. She wasn't emotional because of what was happening. She was emotional because for about 5 seconds, she had 0 defenses and she didn't choose that. Her body just decided, "You're open now." He probably had no idea. From his side, it looked like nothing happened. But she was standing in the most exposed moment of her entire night. And here's what most men do in that exact moment. Eyes closed, collapsed, gone. She's the most open she'll be all night. And nobody's there to meet her in it. Stay. Eyes open, looking at her. You don't have to say anything. But if you're there when that flood hits, she will never forget it. She notices immediately that vulnerability she just felt. That's why the next one is so powerful, because while she's wide open, she's also watching you, and what she sees in the next 5 seconds decides everything. Point number 4, the scan. She's reading you. Before you take your next breath, she's scanning your face. Not casually, desperately. Her heart isn't hammering because of what just happened. It's hammering because of what your face is about to tell her. Does he still want me right now? Now that there's nothing left to chase? Does he still look at me like I matter? Her breath gets shallow, not from pleasure, from fear. That's the scan. Every woman does it. 5 to 10 seconds after he finishes inside her. She's running a full read of his face, his body, his energy, looking for one answer. Is he still here? Or was I just the destination? And now he's arrived, and there's nothing left. The 30 seconds after he finishes matter more than the 30 minutes before. This is literally what women talk about with their friends. It's not about what it looks like from his side. It's about what she's feeling while she watches him. Don't roll over. Don't reach for your phone. Look at her like she's the reason, not the vehicle. That one look is all it takes for her scan to come back with, "He's still here," and that result changes everything. If those first 2 are about what she feels, this next one is about what she fears, and it's the one women are most ashamed to admit out loud. Point number 3, the spike. The fear that floods in right behind the pleasure. Here's what most men have absolutely no idea about. You just had this incredible moment. You feel closer to her. You assume she feels closer too. But something very different is running through her mind and she'll never tell you. Right there in the middle of the warmth, while you're still inside her, her brain flashes forward. Not to tomorrow, to the version of you who stops trying, to the version of this that was the peak. And now you'll pull away. A spike, completely irrational. She knows it's irrational. Her body doesn't care. This is the brunch conversation every woman has had. Everything was perfect and then I got scared. It was too perfect. She feels it while you're still inside her. Her mind fast-forwards to the loss before the moment is even over. She felt her chest tighten around something that hadn't even happened yet. He was right there, warm, still inside her. And her mind invented an entire future where he stopped caring in about 10 seconds. She almost cried. Not from the intimacy, from the fear that it was the last time he'd be this close. She knows that sounds insane. It is. But knowing it's irrational doesn't stop her body from feeling it. And the men who understand this, they know exactly what to do next. They stay present. They hold her closer. They don't let the fear win. Point number 2, the claim. When her body decides you're hers, here's the most counterintuitive thing about this moment. She knows logically that nothing has changed, but her body is not operating on logic right now. When you finish inside her, her body interprets that as being claimed, not in a possessive way, in a he just did the most vulnerable thing a man can do and he did it with me way. Her system reads one thing, I am chosen. This is the part women almost never say out loud. Something shifted low in her belly. Not sensation, identity. Like her body decided something about him that her mind hadn't agreed to yet. She felt claimed, not controlled. Claimed like something ancient and invisible just said, he's yours and you're his, and your body knows it, even if neither of you has said it. Women who have experienced this say the same thing. Feeling him finish inside you is the moment that feels most like belonging, not romance, not love, something older and deeper than both. Her body reads your most unguarded moment as the ultimate trust signal. You lost control with her inside her. Her nervous system translates that into, he trusts me with something he can't take back. Pull her closer. Say her name. Not, that was amazing. Her name. She'll remember which one you chose. If someone had told her ex what was actually happening inside her instead of what he assumed, things might have ended differently. Everything builds to this last one, the surrender. Point number 1, climax, the surrender. When she stops choosing and starts knowing. The moment when everything she carries, the evaluation, the self-protection, the voice always asking, but is he really? Goes quiet. Not because of physical intensity, because of what she felt about him while it was happening. Presence, trust, desire, and him finishing inside her sealed it. Every woman has had hundreds of these moments physically. She can count on one hand the ones that triggered this. The difference was never what happened. It was what she felt about him while it happened. Everything about that night was right, not perfect, real. And when he finished inside her, she didn't feel sensation first, she felt certainty. Like every question she'd been circling for weeks answered itself in 1 second. Her eyes filled, not from the physical, from the feeling that he was completely there, that neither of them was pretending. She turned her face because she didn't want him to see what that moment did to her. But her body, Clear's throat, had decided him this one. And she's never been able to undo that decision. That's the surrender. The moment she stops evaluating and starts knowing. You can't manufacture this, but you can make it possible. Be present. Not performing. Just there. When that moment arrives, don't close your eyes and disappear into yourself. Stay with her. The men who trigger the surrender aren't doing more. They're doing less. They've stopped performing. And she can feel the difference in her entire body. Now, I need to tell you something that might be hard to hear because everything I just described, the flood, the scan, the claim, the surrender, all of it can be destroyed in one moment. Everything was right. She felt the flood. She started the scan. Her body was already moving toward the claim. She was there. And then it was over for him. He exhaled. Clear's throat. Rolled onto his back. Said, "That was great." With the exact same energy you'd use to describe a meal. Something in her went cold. Not angry. Empty. Like a fuse blew. Everything her body had been building toward. Every wall that was coming down slammed back up instantly. That's the checkout. The moment she realizes his experience was completely self-contained. She wasn't part of it. She was present for it. This is what women talk about and men never hear. It's not that he did something wrong. It's that he disappeared. His body was there. He was gone. And her body, which was in the middle of deciding to trust him, reversed that decision in 3 seconds. Stay. That's the entire instruction here. Stay present for 60 seconds longer than your body wants to check out. That 1 minute is the difference between a man she enjoyed and a man she can't stop thinking about. If you remember only 2 things from this, make it these. First, stay present through the moment and keep your eyes on hers. That one thing activates the flood, passes the scan, and prevents the checkout. Second, Let the silence after exist without filling it. That silence is where the claim and the surrender live. Most men rush past both. What you do in the first 30 seconds after matters more than everything you did before. That's when she decides what this meant. Silence after is intimacy. Talking after is evaluation. Let the silence exist. If she goes quiet, she's not upset. She's processing something bigger than she expected. Don't interrupt it. Hold her closer. This is what women mean when they say, "I just want to feel close to you." Now you know what that actually looks like. The Stoics understood this principle of presence deeply. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This applies in the bedroom as much as anywhere else. The man who stays present, who doesn't let his mind wander, who doesn't check out the moment he finishes, is a man who is in control of himself. And that control is deeply attractive. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future." When you finish inside her, and you stay present, you are not anxious about what comes next. You are not checking out. You are simply there with her in the moment. And that presence is what she craves. It's what makes her feel safe. It's what makes her feel chosen. It's what makes her feel claimed in the best possible way. 5 things she's feeling the moment you finish inside her. The flood, her walls dropping without permission. The scan, reading your face for proof you're still there. The spike, the fear that arrives inside the pleasure. The claim, her body deciding you're hers. The surrender, the moment she stops choosing and starts knowing. And the checkout, the one mistake that erases all 5. These aren't techniques. They're what's already happening inside her. You're not learning tricks. You're finally understanding what she's been feeling and wishing you knew. If my closest male friend asked me tonight, "What should I know?" Here's what I'd tell him. Stay present through the moment. Don't close your eyes and disappear. Look at her after. Don't roll away. Don't reach for your phone. Let the silence be intimate, not awkward. If she goes quiet, hold her closer, not looser. Say her name. For things. Everything changes. Stop treating this moment as an ending. Start treating it as the moment she decides everything about you. Every man she's been with focused on what happened. The man she can't forget focused on what she felt. You're that man. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius also wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If your thoughts are about her, if you're present with her, if you're not checking out, your soul will reflect that and she will feel it. She will know that you are a man who is present, who is grounded, who is not running away from intimacy. And that is the man she will choose. That is the man she will surrender to. That is the man she will never forget. So be that man. Not just in the bedroom, but everywhere. Presence is a practice. It's a discipline. And like any discipline, it takes effort. But the reward is worth it. Because when you are present, when you are truly there with her, you unlock something that most men never get to experience. You unlock her trust, her vulnerability, her surrender. And that is the greatest gift she can give you.